Frank, can you give us an idea of what Mueller's team must have been going through over the last several weeks and months? Of course, there's been intense pressure on them. Our bureau chief, Craig Gordon, talked about how, there were basically zero leaks to the press about what was happening. But you can imagine it must have been a pressure cooker on the inside. What do you imagine the people working on this investigation, what they have been going through?
Yeah, I think that they were so busy that they didn't pay a lot of attention to the outside pressure. I also think that, and I worked closely with Bob Mueller for a number of years, and I can tell you that he was really good at insulating us from a lot of the outside pressure, where he was either, at some points the lightning rod to deflect it, or where he would just tell us to focus on what we're doing and don't worry about what's going on in the outside world.
So I actually do have that statement now from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. He says, "I welcome the announcement that the special counsel has finally completed his investigation into Russia's efforts to interfere in the 2016 elections. Many Republicans have long believed that Russia poses a significant threat to American interests. I hope the special counsel's report will help inform and improve our efforts to protect our democracy." Frank Montoya is still with us on the phone, a former FBI special agent. Now, Frank, there were many moments, months and months ago, where some thought that the report could have been filed or could have been imminent, or that perhaps the investigation should have concluded more quickly than it did. What do you think it was that led Robert Mueller to conclude that the investigation was done, it was time to hand it over?
Well, I think a lot of the reactions or the actions of the special counsel in the last year and a half or so have been to protect the integrity of the investigation. And, it's taking place at the highest levels of government, and so I think it was rightly so a lot of focus on protecting that integrity. I think that what has happened now is that he's gotten to the end of at least his mandate as far as the investigation is concerned. But just because this is over doesn't mean that everything is over. There's still all of that work that's going on in the Southern District of New York. There are still some outstanding prosecutions and indictments relative to the special counsel's investigation itself. And who knows how many other cases have been handed off to other U.S. attorneys' offices around the country. So what I think this does is it's a signal that what Bob Mueller was doing is now completed. But that doesn't mean that the investigations are over or that this saga is over. There's still much more to go.